It's crazy. I can't believe it's been, what, a year and a half, almost 2 years since we started the show and since I read the script for the first time, and now it has a huge following. And yeah, we won a People's Choice Award last year and a bunch of Teen Choice Awards, and it's very surreal but really awesome, but definitely surreal because we're shooting in Georgia and we feel like we're in this bubble. I always say this, we're in a bubble and we live in a bubble, and so it's kind of interesting and cool to see what's going on outside of the bubble.
I was 9 when I did my first movie. I definitely was not the type of child one would cast in a commercial or anything that you typically go out for as a young kid. Like, it didn't work out, so I ditched the commercial thing. I did this thing. I had to sing a song in a school thing. I would be the last person in the whole school to do that. That's how I met my agent. I sang a dreidel song, which is funny for me. I've never celebrated Hanukkah. I would love to. It just wasn't my upbringing. It was like a more serious dreidel song. I don't know. It's weird. I worked with David Fincher when I was really young.
Okay, so my favorite holiday memory, well, it kind of happens every year. It's more of a tradition. My mom gets me, my sister, my stepsister, and my brother-in-law matching pajamas, and so we all take like a really cheesy yet awesome photo, Christmas photo, and so it's just sort of just to be goofy and have fun. And I think this year I'm pulling for onesies, so we'll see if my mom pulls through. And then we just sort of, mainly for me, it's just about going home and hanging with family and friends because I'm always in LA and they're all in Tennessee. So it's just about eating way more than you should, watching way too much TV, and lounging around in your matching pajamas.
So we've got the premiere tomorrow night. It's the worldwide premiere of Transformers: Dark of the Moon, and it's my first premiere for my first movie ever, so I'm like so excited and anxious. And then after the premiere we have a concert live with Linkin Park in the Red Square, which is like insane, so I'm also looking forward to that as well.
Of course, I was so nervous. I had a big frog in my throat, and I'm like, do I have to do this? Is this really happening to me? And I was listening to Barack speak, and I was in awe, and I forgot I had to get on the stage and perform. And about
playing a character that has an opportunity of having a very organic transition, as to start off very insecure and kind of, a disliked character. I mean, she was thought of as, she's the queen bee, and she was very sassy. She wasn't the nicest. She was very selfish. And you really got to see Caroline evolve into a young woman and, take accountability for her actions and take responsibility for her thoughts and her feelings and her fears and her wants and her needs. And I mean, you really got to see this character grow up, and I've absolutely enjoyed every minute of playing her. I think she's an absolute blast, from the moments where she's really just trying to do the right thing, and then she just sticks her foot right in her mouth. I really adore her.
But then I learned to just switch something in my head, that I was in front of the camera and it was all good, and I learned there to not show my fear.
I wanted to send you guys a message because I know that you've seen me out and about, and I wanted to let you know that I am back and home. Welcome to my home. But I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the support that you guys have given me along the way. I read all of the tweets, the trending topics, and the fan mail, and your support is what got me.
I was about 12. I auditioned for the art school in Johannesburg as a ballet student. Everybody had to wear uniforms, no makeup. On Mondays we had to all stand on our knees. All the girls had to stand on their knees, and your uniform had to hit the floor. Like, your uniform couldn't be above your knee. It was pretty conservative. It just didn't feel like American school. And I went to an art school, so you can imagine what the other schools were like. I was always like third or second tallest, and then very lanky, blonde. Some teeth missing. The first 8 years of my life, I didn't have front teeth.
Hi Refinery 29, I'm Erin Heatherton, and I'm here to talk with you about some of my summer makeup tips that I use all summer to keep myself looking fresh and feeling beautiful. Having fresh, glowing skin is the #1 most important thing during the spring and summertime because it just gives you that glow, it makes you look healthy, and
I was the daughter of somebody who died, and I didn't find out until like 10 years later. I'm an artist, so I don't really know the details. I auditioned a lot for X-Men. There was a moment where I was going to have to Skype with the director, and they asked if I would paint my face blue. And I was like, no. I'm sorry. I think the first test was like 7.5 or 8 hours. And they put the wrong color blue, so I was like black. It just kind of looked creepy. You have blue in places you didn't.
Ashton's character Reed is definitely a hopeless romantic. I mean, he runs a flower shop, for heaven's sake. So, you know, he expresses it in every way possible. From, you know, a surprise proposal on Valentine's Day, how romantic is that? To, you know, putting morally sort of on display when she arrives at his work. And, you know, I think he's on cloud 9 because it's a big deal and it's a big day.
Shine. I need an intensive mask, and I know a lot of people do, but I especially do because my hair is worked every single day. Whether it's an event or a photo shoot or going to set, it's always got irons and heat on it, so I take very good care of my hair. I have like multiple personalities when it comes to my hairstyles because I'm always like, this is my favorite hairstyle ever, and then the next day it'll be completely different.
I had so much fun in Turks and Caicos shooting Swim 2013. I basically got to swim in a pool and roll around in the sand all day and lip sync to Adam Levine's new song, Women. I'm a huge fan of Maroon 5, and his new song is such an essential beach song. I'm such a California girl. I love to have my music on the beach, and his is definitely...
It depends what festival, but usually denim shorts, something that's easy to dance and jump around in. Yeah, denim shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah, there's some festivals in India, Goa, Africa Burn I'd love to go to. I'm always up for any kind of festival.
The big hair and her sexy little outfits and just everything. Like, it's just a really fun show. So yeah, I've seen, but I have heard everything. I've had Loundes, Loundeezy, Lounders, like, I don't know. Somehow it's just that D there after the N, it just confuses people. But yeah, it is Lounge.
No, all seriousness, I've been working out really hard this year.
Yeah.
And I've just been eating really healthy, which I've always kind of been bad with, and I just tried to really nail that this time, and it worked. And just working out, I have a trainer that I do like 3 times a week till the show now.
Yeah.
And
how long is the class? Like an hour class? Or?
An hour class, and usually it's a lot of cardio, and then she does a lot of like abs, and we do some weights, and yeah, change it up a lot. And then the Pilates is really good because you lengthen everything out, so it doesn't bulk up. But yeah, I've been working out.
Hi there, I'm Barbara, as you know. Thanks for supporting me, and thanks for following me on Twitter and Instagram, and it really means a lot for me, and I hope you will like my outfit on the red carpet, because I'm doing this all for you.
He is 11, and Penelope and Michael Longstreet have a son, Ethan, who is also 11, and the two boys have had a fight in the playground, and my son has hit their son with a stick and broken 2 of his teeth. So they are coming together. They have been in Nancy and Alan, my character, and Christoph's character. We have been invited to the Longstreet's house to just try and talk this through, to try and figure out a way to get the boys to patch this up, and to just resolve it, come to some level of resolve. But everyone approaches it with a very different opinion, with a very different attitude, and all hell breaks loose. And before you know it, it becomes nothing to do with the boys and their fight, but entirely to do with these 2 different marriages and the cracks that
I think every movie that deals with the mafia is going to remind somebody of another mafia movie. But what I liked about this is, there's violence, there's action, there's definitely the thriller throughout, but it's very different in a way. You don't see the family in the witness protection program in France. It's very, very different in that way, and I really liked that. I kind of had wondered why it maybe hasn't been done before. So yeah, I was really keen on the idea of playing.
I got it done when I was 16, and that's kind of young for your first tattoo. It was either that or a piercing, and my mum didn't want me to have a piercing. She'd rather me get a tattoo, which doesn't make any sense to me at all, but I was very happy with that. And she actually came in and sat with me when I had it done. I got it done in a school lunchtime. How funny is that? That's amazing. I love my...
I vividly remember The Wizard of Oz, and that's been my favorite movie for most of my life, and I was obsessed with it, and I watched it over and over and over again. I wanted to be Dorothy for many years of my life, until I was about 6. I would wear my hair in the pigtails, and I think my grandmother made the costume, the little gingham checked jumper, and I had ruby slippers, and I made my mom call me Dorothy. I wouldn't answer her or listen to her if she called me Megan, because that wasn't my name, for about a year, from 5 to 6.